She had just transferred to a new school. Came from a place where keeping your head down didn't guarantee safety, but knowing how to defend yourself did. 12 years old, quiet, smart, and deadly. Not that anyone knew that. To the girls who saw her walk in with her braids tied back and that calm energy, she looked like an easy mark. But what they didn't know, she was a black belt, karate trained since she was 6. And when the bullying started, let's just say they picked the wrong girl. If you've ever been underestimated, or if someone ever thought your silence meant weakness, this story's for you. Make sure you stay to the end. Because a twist, it doesn't happen where you think it will. Like this video if you've ever stood up for yourself. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful true stories every single week. Her name was Aaliyah Brooks, 12 years old, dark skin, thick braids, small for her age, but her presence? Calm, controlled, the kind of stillness you only see in someone who knows exactly who they are. She had just moved to Hamilton, Ontario, from Scarborough. Her dad got a new job, and her mom said this would be a better environment, less noise, better schools. But Aaliyah wasn't so sure. At her last school, respect wasn't given, it was earned, and sometimes taken. And Aaliyah, she had earned it the hard way. 6 years of karate, 5 days a week. Rain, snow, holidays, didn't matter. She didn't brag, didn't show off, but she trained harder than boys twice her size. By age 11, she was a black belt, but none of that mattered on her first day at Rose Hill Middle School. Because here, all they saw was a quiet black girl sitting alone in the cafeteria. It didn't take long for the attention to find her. It came in the form of giggles from the next table. 3 girls. Tall, loud, expensive shoes. The kind of girls who don't ask questions. They just decide who fits and who doesn't. Mackenzie was the ringleader. Blonde ponytail, fake nice voice, and eyes that scanned the room like a security camera. Chloe followed her like a shadow. And Sierra? The silent one. The one who laughed late, but laughed the hardest. Mackenzie squinted at Aaliyah's lunchbox like it offended her. "EW, what is that smell?" she said, loud enough for tables nearby to hear. Aaliyah didn't look up. She kept eating. "Oh my God, is that rice and chicken again?" Chloe said, wrinkling her nose. "What is she, like, allergic to sandwiches?" Sierra snorted. The table next to them giggled. Still, Aaliyah didn't respond. She didn't need to, but they took her silence for fear. The comments started small. Snide remarks in the hallway. Loud fake coughs when she walked by. Sneakers stuck out to trip her. Harmless stuff to them. But one afternoon, in the locker room after gym class, things shifted. Aaliyah opened her locker to find her gym shirt soaked and stuffed in the toilet. She stood there, staring at it for a long second. Mackenzie, behind her, smirked. "Oops, guess someone forgot where the trash goes." Chloe burst out laughing. "It's just a joke. Chill." But Sierra? She didn't laugh. Her smile faltered. She looked away. Aaliyah didn't move, didn't react. She simply grabbed the shirt, wrung it out over the drain, and threw it in her gym bag. And Mackenzie hated that. She hated how this girl never flinched. By Friday, the girls had decided to up the stakes. Lunch period. Full cafeteria. Aaliyah sat alone as usual. She was halfway through her lunch when Mackenzie approached, tray in hand, followed by Chloe and Sierra. "Well, look who's still pretending to be invisible," Mackenzie said, setting her tray down across from Aaliyah without asking. Aaliyah didn't respond, just kept eating. "I mean, seriously, why are you even here?" Chloe chimed in. "No one talks to you. You dress like it's 2008. And you always have that weird vibe, like you're plotting something." Aaliyah set her chopsticks down slowly, wiped her mouth with a napkin, looked at them for the first time that week. "You don't know anything about me," she said, voice even. "Oh, we know enough," Mackenzie snapped. "We know you think you're better than everyone. Just sitting over here all quiet and mysterious. Newsflash, that doesn't make you deep. It makes you a freak." Aaliyah stood up, calmly, collected, and that's when Mackenzie made the mistake. She shoved Aaliyah. Not hard, just enough to provoke. A gasp echoed across the lunchroom. Aaliyah stumbled back half a step, caught her balance, and looked Mackenzie in the eye. Something flickered. Not rage, not panic. Control. "Don't touch me again," she said. Mackenzie laughed, but was shaky. "Or what?" That's when it happened. Mackenzie reached again, maybe to shove her, maybe to grab her shirt. No one knows for sure. But Aaliyah's body moved on instinct. One hand blocked Mackenzie's wrist. The other gripped her shoulder. And with a quick, controlled pivot, Mackenzie was on the ground, flat on her back, staring up at the ceiling. Gasps. Chairs scraping. Silence. Aaliyah hadn't punched, hadn't kicked. She just redirected. Years of training, unleashed for one split second. And then she stepped back, hands open, calm, respectful. "You okay?" Aaliyah asked, voice low. Mackenzie didn't answer. She was too stunned. Chloe was frozen. Sierra's mouth hung open. And just like that, a teacher came running. The principal's office was tense. Mr. Browning leaned forward on the desk. "I have to ask," he said, steepling his fingers. "Why did you tell anyone this was going on?" Aaliyah sat straight in her chair. "Because I could handle it." Her mother, sitting beside her, sighed. "She shouldn't have to handle bullies alone." Mr. Browning nodded slowly. "We watched the footage. What you did was technically self-defense. No strikes. No aggression. You did everything by the book. Honestly, I've never seen a student move like that." Aaliyah said nothing. She didn't need praise. "What's your background?" the principal asked. Her mom answered for her. "Karate. Black belt. Since she was 6. Mr. Browning blinked. "Well, that explains that." By Monday, the whole school knew. Rumors spread faster than the truth, of course. Some said she used kung fu. Others claimed she did a backflip and flipped Mackenzie across the lunch table. But the truth? It didn't need exaggeration. Aaliyah walked into school that morning, and the hallways parted for her like the Red Sea. Not out of fear, but respect. Kids who never spoke to her before nodded. A few sat with her at lunch. Even Sierra came by quietly and apologized. "I didn't want to go along with them," she said. "I just didn't want to be the next target." Aaliyah looked at her, then nodded once. "I get it." But what stuck most was what happened that afternoon. Mackenzie came up to her in the hallway. Alone, she looked nervous. Not like someone planning revenge, but someone finally understanding. "I didn't know," she said quietly. "About the karate. About all of it." "You weren't supposed to," Aaliyah replied. Mackenzie hesitated. "I'm not good at apologizing. But I was wrong." A long silence. "Just do better," Aaliyah said, and then she walked away.